The last 5 divine dragons in the world were surrounded on all sides by the evil Droon. If the Droon managed to kill them, the entire world would be destroyed. In that desperate moment, one of the dragons cupped its claws together, gathering pure water and condensing it into a dragon gem. The other dragons channeled their own powers into the gem and entrusted it to Sisu, the youngest among them. In the next instant, they were all consumed by the Droon and turned to stone. But Sisu did not let them down. She used the dragon gem to unleash a tremendous power that sealed away every last Droon. 500 years passed in the blink of an eye. The dragon gem had been guarded by the Heart Tribe for generations. And I, Raya, was about to take my father Benja's place as the next chief, taking on the sacred duty of protecting the gem. But at a tribal gathering, something went wrong. Namari of the Fang tribe produced a scroll revealing that after the Droon were sealed away, Sisu had fallen into a deep sleep somewhere at the end of a river. As a gesture of goodwill, Namari even gave me her necklace. Grateful for the gesture, I decided to show her around the sacred sanctuary. What I never saw coming was that the moment Namari stepped inside, she turned on me, knocking me flat with a kick. It turned out everything she had done was just to earn my trust and figure out where the gem was. The second she said her piece, she fired a signal flare to alert her people back in Fang. When my father saw the flare, he knew something had gone terribly wrong. The Fang warriors arrived almost immediately, and just as it looked like the gem was about to be stolen, my father showed up in time. After a fierce battle, he managed to drive them off. But before long, warriors from the other tribes came pouring in as well, everyone hungry to seize the gem and grow their own tribe's power. My father tried to reason with them all. He told them the legend. 500 years ago, this land was known as Kumandra, a paradise where people lived in abundance and walked side by side with the divine dragons. Then the Droon appeared. Spreading like a plague, anyone they touched was turned to stone. The dragons fought with everything they had, but they were no match for the Droon, not until Sisu forged the dragon gem and sealed them all away, and every person who had been petrified was restored to life. Yet the dragons themselves never came back. And after all that devastation, instead of coming together, people only grew more selfish, fighting endlessly over the gem until Kumandra was torn apart into 5 rival tribes. So, my father pleaded with them to lay down their weapons and rebuild Kumandra as one. But before he could finish, an arrow came out of nowhere. My father was hit and fell to the ground. Everyone rushed in, scrambling for the gem. In the chaos, the gem shattered, and the sealed Droon broke free once again. My father tried to hold the Droon back using the shards, but the people around him, seeing the shards still held power, fought each other to grab them. As the Droon spread faster and faster and my father lay gravely wounded, he knew there was no way out. He pressed the shards into my hands, pushed me into the river, and was swallowed by the Droon, turned to stone. I was devastated, but I knew that if I could find Sisu, I could bring my father back. 6 years went by. I had searched nearly every branch of every river, with only one final endpoint left to check. I made my way there, but the riverbed was completely dry, nothing but the wreckage of a sunken ship. Still, I decided to try. I laid out Sisu's scroll on the ground, set up a ritual altar, and began the summoning ceremony.